everybody. No one can deny the importance of having clubs at a school. No one can deny the importance of participating in the school life of your school as a teacher or as a student. Today's video will be about my own experience as a club runner in my school, and all the information I give are from my own experience. Let's follow me till the end to discover more information. The basic things that you have to think about are 5. Number 1, field of interest. So you've got to answer the question, what is my hobby? What is my passion? What is the thing that I want to share with others? So you can choose your own interests while you answer all these questions. The number 2 is the objectives and activities. What are the objectives that you want to achieve after running a club? What are the activities that you want to do with the members recruited? Number 3, you've got to think about the partners. I mean by the partners, all the people who can work with you in order to achieve the objectives and to do the activities. And of course, you have got to think about the recruited members. The recruited members most of the time are students, but of course you can share your work with others. Number 4, you think about the funds. So I mean by the funds, how can you finance your activity that you do or the event that you are going to do afterwards? And number 5, the most important thing is the name of the club. You've got to decide on the name of the club. So all those 5 basics, I will tackle them in my next presentation. Number 1, field of interest. So you ask yourself, what is my passion? What is the thing that I want to share with others? Is it art? Is it sport? Is it literature or science, handicrafts, or other things? So the field of interest is something that you like most in your life and you want to do it with others, to share the information, all the expertise that you get with other people. Next, you think about the objectives and the activities. So the objectives, you state them very clearly. You state your objectives because when you decide on the objectives, you know what you are going to fulfill by the end of the school year, for example. Number 2, you state specific activities. What are the activities that you will do? Are they, for example, if you choose art, are they doing plays with students or make them sing the song that they like? Or are you going to make them paint? Or are you going to make oral presentations? Or what? So you state specific activities. Specific activities make you very guided. Then you decide on who you will work with, students, teachers, parents, others. So you decide on the people who will be with you. Of course, number 4, you think about the time and place of your activities. Time. So in many countries, the time is after school, but we in Morocco, we've got to work in our free time. Of course, which means free time of the students, free time of the people who are going to work with you. And place, is it your classroom? Is it the showroom? Is it other places? Because the place in which you are going to implement activities should be clear from the very beginning. Then you think about the annual program of activities and events, because when you make a plan of the program as, of course, a teacher, you will know when you are going to practice activities and when you are going to give events. So the program should be annual, not terminal. Number 3, partners and recruited members. So the partners are officials most of the time. You start by officials because you are going to check the headmaster of your school or the other teachers, or of course the students or associations. So your partners are going to help you in order to do activities or to do events. Funds I mean by funds, of course, how can you finance your activities and how can you finance the events, because you will need many things to buy, like material to work with, or for example the badges or t-shirts or the gifts that you are going to give to students if you make competitions and so on. School associations, of course, help by the money to for example, because they are of course interested, and they should be interested in order to help enriching the school life by these extracurricular activities. Sometimes you can take the money from the donations. Some people would help, like teachers, your colleagues at school, or students sometimes who are members of your club can help to buy things that you need, especially the material or the gifts for your events. So the funds are very important to think about because you should finance your club. The most important thing is the name of your club. How can you choose the name of a club? So this name should have four things. Number one, it should be catchy. The name that you choose should be catchy, catch the eye and the interest of others. Of course, it's according to the activity that you are going to do in your club. So catchy means something interesting, something that you by which you draw the attention of others. Personally, I have chosen the name creativity because most of the activities we did are created by students or by me. When I did plays with my students, I write them by myself and they perform them, and this is their first performances. So the name should be catchy. Number two, the name should be chosen by in a democratic way, which means you don't have to impose the name of your club. For example, when you recruit the members that will work with you, you can ask them to choose different names, and you do elections in order to select the one that you like, all of you. Of course, then it should summarize the objectives and the activities of the club. So from the name, many people would know what are the activities and what are the objectives of your club. So number four, the name is very, very important, and you have to think twice or many times in order to choose a suitable name for your club. When you finish these steps that I mentioned before, you've got to write a letter of application to your school heads, because you've got to take the permission to start a club and to run a club. So in this application form, you should mention the name of your club, field of interest, objectives and activities, members of the club, and you should present it in a specific way, in a clear way that make your headmaster or headmistress accept starting the club and running the club. So once you get the answer, a positive answer from your school heads, you've got to prepare for the first club meeting. So of course, because other people who are recruited, who are going to work with you, should know what are you going to do with them. So the first club is meeting is very, very important. So here you state the rules, because if you don't have rules, you can't rule. So the rules are going to organize your work and how you can run over this club. Then you state the objectives. You should make clear to the recruited members what are your objectives. Of course, your objectives can be educational, can be psychological, in order to build the personality of the students or the recruited members. So it can be psychological, because you are going to promote self-confidence, self-esteem, participating in the public life, participating in the school life, and there are many objectives of establishing your club. Number three, the most important thing is you should give responsibilities, because you don't have to do the work by yourself without the help of others. When you give and you distribute responsibilities, everyone will take charge of an activity, of something that he would do. Of course, divide it in a democratic way in which everybody can participate. Anyone from the recruited members can do a duty, can do a job, and he will be in charge of it till the end. Number 4, choose a logo and the slogan of your group, of your club, because this logo is very important, because it makes your club specific and known by others. The slogan, you can choose it in a democratic way with the members recruited, because it will be about your club. For example, you can say one for all and one all for one. You can choose let's work in as a family. So you can choose a slogan for your group. It's according to your club, according to the activity that you are going to do in your club. So the logo and the slogan are very important, because you are going to write them, for example, on the badges. If you have a badge, if you want to create a badge for your club, on t-shirts, if you are going to do a t-shirt that specify your club, and so on. So this logo, you can look for it in Google. You can look for it with the help of your recruited members. And the slogan, when you want to select a good slogan, you have got to do it with the recruited members. It's very important. When you make others participate in creating the club and starting the club, people are going to work with you. The recruited members will be happier and will be showing great interest in working with you and being cooperative till the end. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my video. Wait for my next videos, and I hope that this information will help you. In my next videos, I'm going to talk about how to run a club, and of course all the information I give are from my own experience. I ran 2 clubs. One is called Creativity, and in which I present with my students and with the recruited members the different plays, the songs, and many things that students did with me. Of course, like making films, like doing many activities. Of course, I'm going to talk to you about this. So all the information I give are from my own experience. Another club, I participated in it with a colleague of mine. So goodbye, see you in the coming videos.